everybody, what's up, how's it going? My name is Sean, thanks for being here. So how's everybody doing? Life goes on, doesn't it? Hope you're safe, hope you're relaxed in a way, if that's even an appropriate word to use these days. But just stay home if you can, and I know there's something to be said about people who can't afford to stay home because they're paid hourly and they gotta be out and they gotta work because it means not having food on the table. We totally get that, but the idea is to stay away from people if you can help it. You know, wear a mask and sanitize and just observe social distancing. And salute to you if you're a frontliner, if you're a medical worker, if you're from the force, if you're a cashier, if you're a retailer supplying essential goods. Salute to you, we need you, and stay safe. Alright, here we go, guys. This is a LeBron sneaker head-to-head. We are pitting the 7s against the 17s. There you go. It's a retro versus a current sneaker, and it's not really a performance review, because let me tell you, I was supposed to do a performance review on the 7s last week, right? I was ready, I brought them to the gym, I laced them up. But it was a semi-final game, a very important game, best of 3. That was game 1. So I laced them up, I ran in them, and the game hasn't started, okay? So I ran in them, I did sprints, I did laterals, and I took them off after 5 minutes and decided to play in my New Balances. I could have played in these, but the extra pair of sneakers that I had in my backpack were the New Balances, which, by the way, are my main primary first choice playing sneaker. All right, why did I take them off? They were just too tough to play in, and it was a semi-final game. It was an important game. I didn't want to have foot pain, and you know, my movements might be restricted because of the pain, so I didn't want to risk it, right? What part was tough? The midsole. It just didn't bend with my foot, you know, as my heel struck the ground. And when my forefoot left the ground, when I had lift off after the stride, it just didn't go with the foot. You know, it was too tough. And the upper was also too tough, quite surprisingly. It's my first LeBron 7, never owned a LeBron 7, and of course I'd never played in a LeBron 7. It's got this plasticky upper, plasticky flywire upper, but it just wouldn't bend with my foot. The midsole wouldn't bend, the upper wouldn't bend, and I just knew my feet were gonna hurt, and I didn't want that. Okay, I've played in the 17s. I don't know how many times have I played in these. Maybe 3-4 times. And the good thing about newer technology, the good thing about Battle Knit, is that there isn't a break-in period necessary, because the idea is they're soft from the get-go. They're flexible already from the get-go. And as far as midsole flexibility, these already have these grooves here, these flex grooves over here. They're kind of segmented, right? You have the full, not full, you got the Air 270 over here, 2 Zoom Pows over here, and because it's structured that way, it's already flexible from the get-go, so no problem here. Watch my full performance review on the 17s. I did have an issue with the left shoe where this part was biting my my ankle bone, and I corrected it by wearing double socks and lacing these up here to the top and tightening it a little bit so it wouldn't brush against my ankle bone. But I'm guessing it's an isolated case. Not really an isolated case, because in that video there were 2 or 3 commenters that said the same thing happened to their ankles. The inner part just brushed against their ankles and it made it sore, and they had to remove the sneaker. Anyway, long story short, these were better to play in than these ones, because I haven't really played in them, but the idea is they have to be comfortable from the get-go, right? If the sneaker requires a break-in period, and if we're doing a head-to-head, the sneaker that does not need a break-in period automatically wins in my book, all right? Let us now go to the looks department of the sneaker, the 7s versus the 17s. this is going to be tough, right? Retros, any LeBron retro, any Jordan retro, as long as it's a retro sneaker, will almost always have that charm and that mystique because it's a retro. You know, am I alone in this mindset where if it's a retro, it's more appropriate for casual wear? It's not absolute, right? But a retro looks better worn casually than a current sneaker, right? You know what I mean? I wouldn't wear these casually, at least not today, right? I'll wait for these to get old. I'll wait for, 2 or 3 LeBrons, newer LeBrons. I'll wait for the 18, 19, or 20 to come out before I can rock these casually. You know, it's not a rule, but you know what I mean. Retros just have that casual charm. And I'm not going to be quick to say that these are better looking, right? These are absolutely beautiful, don't get me wrong. But just take a look at the 17s. And you've seen the other 17s. LeBron has teased so many 17s this season. Go to your favorite sneaker pages on Instagram and just look for 17s. You'll see that there are so many iterations of the 17, and they're just beautiful. I want to make a point here, starting from the LeBron 15s. Jason Petrie, the chief LeBron designer, had casual in mind. You know, he wanted to design a sneaker. He wanted the side panels and the whole sneaker. Right? He wanted the sneaker to be a performance sneaker, of course, but at the same time, he wanted the sneaker to be a casual sneaker, something you can wear off the court. And that mindset started with the 15s. Let me show you. I happen to have a pair of 15s lying here. Here you go. These are the 15 Ghosts. You see what I mean? It's a canvas, and this season, this suspended season, you've seen LeBron wear 15s again. He's worn the old releases. He's worn, what 15s has he worn? Pardon me, I can't remember right now, but he's worn a bunch of 15s, and these just look great. And I've worn these casually lately because LeBron has brought them back in a way. And there you go. And this colorway, the Ghosts, are really they're the perfect casual sneaker because the color is muted, right? And the 16s they weren't any different in terms of wearability casually. These are the King's Throne 16s, and you're getting my point now. The 15s, 16s, and 17s are great canvases for a lifestyle sneaker. There you go. And the 17s, right? That's it. But we gotta pick a winner. The 17s won performance-wise, but that's kind of an unfair declaration because I haven't really played in these. But these win by default because these were uncomfortable on the get-go. Casually, I'd go with this. And I'm declaring this as my winner, casually, for the colorway. I'm a black and red guy. I'm a bread guy. It's my favorite color combo. The Fairfax design language is just on point. I love black. I love red. I love black and yellow. And this has everything I ever want in terms of color blocking. So I'll have to go with this. And just take a look at the patent leather, man. Just look at that. I'll definitely wear these casually. These, not just yet. And there you have it. What do you guys think of these sneakers? Do you own a 7? Do you own a 17? Do you own both? Let me know in the comments. Let's have a conversation because we kind of have time. We're all home, most of us at least. If you can stay home, please do so. And once again, if you're a worker, if you're out there in the middle of all the action, be safe. We appreciate you. Thank you for what you do, right? Yeah, we gotta go. As I always say, your value as a person is not measured by what's on your feet. Be kind. That's more important than sneakers. I'll see you next time.